Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel, the place where we make fun of the morons we see out here on the road, and nothing quite says I'm more inbred than Marmite than stopping on the M25 in the middle lane just because you miss your turn off. Then we got this next oxygen thief. He's taken the slip road, decided he didn't like it, done a U-turn and come up it the wrong way. You just know that moron waves and smiles at the self-checkout machines when he's leaving the supermarkets, don't you? From one idiot that waves at the checkout machines to another idiot that goes and tries his chat-up lines on ATM machines, this moron here, the Uber idiot in the Toyota Prius, the standard weapon of choice as he just hits the back of Seth's car. Don't know if you clocked it, but the driver's head was face down looking at his feet, obviously trying to count to more than 10. Okay, so from an Uber idiot who can't count to more than 10 with his shoes on to a truck driver that identifies as a car driver and just uses the outside lane. Definitely a few trees short of an orchard, this one. I don't know what sort of fine you'd get for that, but me personally, I wouldn't risk it to save a few minutes. Okay, so there's two idiots in this clip from Brian T. First one is this pilchard who just thinks he's on the Nürburgring. Look, he's so slow, he didn't get a birthmark till he was 3 years old. Just keeps pushing in and that's the end result. But the second idiot is the one who was driving this car with the camera in. All he had to do was back off and there wouldn't have been an accident. If ever he goes into a think tank, he'll drown. Then, of course, after you have an accident, you're meant to stop and exchange details, aren't you? Well, you are unless you're a few clowns short of a circus and just drive off into the distance. Hasta la vista, baby. Definitely a few guppies short of a full aquarium, them two idiots, honestly. Now, in this from Steve T, I'm going to give you a remedy to sitting in traffic queues, waiting at red traffic lights, in fact, bypassing all the highway code. Just buy yourself an Audi, buy yourself a car with them 4 circles of privilege on the back and do exactly as you please. If that moron there could learn to photosynthesize, he'd qualify as a houseplant. Now, I know some of you are still doubting the efficacy of the 4 circles of privilege. Well, in this clip from Jamie F, I'm going to totally prove how effective they are. I mean, look at this prime example. This idiot here, who's definitely a few feathers short of a full pillow, just pushes straight in. Total disregard for courtesy, manners, respect. All that goes out the window when you're equipped with these 4 circles. Still need more proof about how effective Audis are at getting around traffic problems. Red traffic light up there. This clip from Spencer C. Keep your eye to the left there, because the moron's going to come into view any second now. And there he is now. Now, as you can see, all the other cars have to abide by the highway code. But when you're in an Audi, that doesn't matter. That's totally irrelevant. That idiot right there, what he lacks in intelligence, he definitely makes up for in stupidity and entertainment value. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. You're thinking, I don't want an Audi. Well, in this clip from Seth, I'm going to show there is another option. Go get yourself a BMW, go to Transport for London, get a private hire vehicle licence, work for Uber, and you too can go up the wrong side of the road, just pushing traffic out of the way just to get to the front of the traffic queue. Just like the idiot driving that BMW, it's a no-brainer. Here we are on board with Steve T, and you're about to see another idiot who's a few spokes short of a full wheel. Another massive bell end. He just parks exactly where he likes, when he likes. Total disregard for the highway code or people's safety or anything. Look at him, look. That arrogant moron's brain's so small it would rattle around inside a gnat's butthole. Now, another well-known vehicle that empowers the driver to drive like an absolute garden tool is your Merc SUV. In this from ENK Driving School on Instagram, as he just comes from the right and just swipes round to the left there. What a twat. Oh, and I've got some breaking news in this one from Mickey P. Watch this BMW. This is a BMW driving school for those BMW drivers that don't know how to use indicators. Stellar job there, BMW. Well done. Now, if there's one thing we can all agree on, when you're driving, you've got to pay constant attention to what's in front of you. Unlike this moron in the white car, who's definitely a few songs short of a full musical, as he just hits a car in the rear. That's the sort of idiot that goes into a sushi restaurant and orders it well done. Now, someone else who definitely weren't paying attention in this from Cabolo Nero was this bus driver that's definitely missing one tree for his hammock, because he's come up this one-way street the wrong way, come past all the no entry signs, and now he's stuck at the top looking stupid. Probably driving a Toyota Prius a couple of weeks ago and he's still in that transition stage. That bus driver's brain is about as useful as a solar-powered torch in a cave. This is from Paul B. Now, when you see a white arrow on a blue background and the arrow's pointing to the left, what do? Well, you turn right, of course. That's exactly what you do. You do when you're driving a lowered BMW with a lowered IQ. That's the sort of person, if he's waiting for a number 30 bus to get home and he misses it, he'll just take 2 number 15s and think he'll get home that way. This one's from C2FUX, and we're following a transit looting driver who's definitely missing a few crowns from his box. He's driving along with the back open and the tail lift down in full Queen Elizabeth I mode. Off with his head! Imagine riding into the back of that. Game over, lights out. And nothing quite says I'm thicker than a bank vault door and I suffered serious head trauma shortly after birth, like speeding, overtaking and nearly having a head-on collision. What a plank. This is a strange one from Timmy Mack. Keep your eye on these two idiots racing. First one's that moron in the BMW and there's the other brainless twat in a little Mercedes. You'll see them in a minute. Now I don't know what happened here, but look, matey throws a bag of flour at him. That moron's so inbred he likes to carry yeast and flour around with him just so he feels part of the family and he's never alone. We got two cognitively disadvantaged non-readers in this clip from Michael B. Got 3 lanes here, ahead only, right only and left only. But this is far too complicated for these two morons. Michael said that moron in the Prius is a local man. They call him Never In. I said, that's a funny name. Why do they call him that? He said, yeah, he once heard that 90% of crimes happen around the home, so he always goes out. Got a real mentally and visually challenged moron in this clip from Badger68. Keep your eye on that idiot in the white Merc there. Yeah, white Merc, black windows, say no more, and see no more as he just didn't see the car and just smacks it in the rear. He's probably playing with his phone, swiping right on Grindr. Either that or his eyesight's so bad even his dreams are blurry. What a donut. Now as you can see in this from Seth, it's raining, light ain't fantastic, so visibility ain't too good. But that means nothing to the idiot in the blue Range Rover doing about 90 mile an hour in these slippery wet conditions. That moron there probably thinks the highway code is a Netflix password. Got this little clip from Tim C. Keep your eye on this white transit truck on the right there. Look at the way he boots it in reverse when there's another van coming towards him on the same side of the road. That driver's brains are about as useful as a bottle of sleeping pills in a honeymoon hotel. Here we are going down Charles Street, little one-way street in Mayfair. Paul is going the right way as you can see, but this idiot in the van is going the wrong way. You just know that van driver's got loads of books at home, didn't you? Yeah, and he's finished colouring all of them. Okay, so here we are on the A13 with Stephen W. Now this stretch of road is an average speed limit, hence why everyone is crawling along observing the speed limit because they don't want a ticket, they don't want a fine, they don't want points. Well, everyone apart from the moron in a black BMW with the black wheels, black windows and 4D number plates. If brains were taxed, that moron's getting a rebate. You can be in the city, you can be in the countryside, it makes no difference to the Audi driver, they treat the highway code like a lucky dip. Guys, if you like what you've seen, I'll put a smile on your face. Please hit that little like and subscribe button down below because it really does help. Let's have a look at some idiots on some bikes and boy have I got a couple of little gems for you this week. Okay, so first out the gate we've got a massive knobhead trying to do a track stand, but at the moment he's looking as stable as a two-legged chair on a trampoline as he goes down because his feet were stuck in the pedals. What a donor. He's the sort of idiot that gets lost trying to find his way out of a lift. Here we go, all in the lycra, thinks he's Chris Boardman, tries to pull a wheelie and he ends up on the floored man. Sort of plank that tries looking for the door handle on a revolving door. You've got to be a few pickles short of a full jar to think it's safe and fine to ride a bicycle on a busy motorway, ain't you? That idiot's thought process has more delays than EasyJet. Here we are on board with Musa going through his green light at this junction and you've always got to be careful because you never know when you're going to get some idiot who's got the mental agility of a brick in a swimming pool just pull right in front of you. That moron's got 2 brain cells, one's blindfolded, the other one's got earplugs in. Here we go, one cyclist not paying attention, one skater in their own little world, narrow cycle path and that's the end result. Now to make the home happier, buy a house plant, but to have a good laugh, watch a face plant as he goes straight into the tarmac. I know you lot want to see it again. Here he goes, cycling across a pedestrian crossing. That's wrong. Front wheel clears it. Back wheel kisses the curb. His face kisses the tarmac. Crossbar thrusting itself deep between the rider's butt cheeks. Dear oh dear. Hasta la vista, baby. So from face planting cyclists to cargo bike riders that are paralysed from the neck up in this from Seth. Look at this one here, look. Just pull straight out in front of him. If stupidity was a talent, that right there would be a national treasure, let me tell you. Definitely a few lettuce leaves short of a salad, that one. Here we are on board with Musa again, going through this green light junction here. And the moron who's got the intelligence of a cup of cold tea just goes straight in front. Another mobile organ donor on 2 wheels. What a gimp. And now back by popular demand, we got Perceptimus Faceplant doing what he does best, tasting tarmac. Let's have another look. Pay special attention to his pelvic thrust. Look at that. That was worthy of any Tom Jones or Elvis Presley concert I know. So a very powerful pelvic thrust directly into the handlebars, followed by an even more powerful facial thrust directly into terra firma. Perfect. Just as good as a faceplant. Two idiots who got more gaps in their logic than a broken wooden picket fence having a head-on collision. We love it on this channel. Look at that. Absolute classic. Oh, God. Well, that's it for this one, everybody. If you like what you're seeing, I put a smile on your face. Please like and subscribe because it really does help. Also, if you want to watch any more, I've got a playlist up there on the right with about 56 videos in there. And for those that don't know, my book's out, 360 funny insults and put downs, link in the description. Happy St. George's Day for yesterday. Have a good weekend and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.